Hey everyone, it's Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is part of my New Year's resolution to see every movie that comes out in my theater and give a quick little review while sitting in my car on my phone. So today I went and saw Ice Age Collision Course. This is the, I don't know, third or fourth, I don't know. I think it's the fourth. I feel like there were 4 Ice Age movies because I know I saw the first one and I think I liked that, so I think I saw the second one. Um, but I know I did not see whatever the last movie was. So if there are 3, I guess I didn't see the second one. I mean, if this is the third, that would mean that I didn't see the second one, even though I thought I did. Or if there are 4, though, then I saw the first 2. And I don't think I liked the second one in that case. But, I don't know, it's been a while. I could have looked it up, but I don't care enough, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, this did not, the trailers for this, oh, wait, let me explain what the story is. So, Ice Age, it's a bunch of different, several different animals. You got the saber-toothed tiger, a woolly mammoth, and a sloth, and so they are the main sort of 3 characters. In this one, you have more, like, um, yeah, just more family members and stuff going on. There's a lot. I was gonna start naming them, but there are a lot of characters in this that I just don't. And there's some, I guess, they're probably from previous movies that, or the previous movie that I didn't see. Because there's several characters that I have no idea who they are. But overall, I'd say this movie was. Actually, let me start with I saw this the trailers for this movie. I thought it was gonna be just so bad. It looked really bad. Um, I almost think some of the worst stuff was in the trailers because overall this movie it wasn't particularly good at all. It was fine, I guess. It was one. I mean, there are several movies I've sort of fallen asleep through, and yes, I was feeling very tired watching this movie, but it wasn't one where I started to slightly doze off. So it kept my attention enough, I think, and it did have some good bits in it. It had some funny stuff going on, some cool looking visuals actually in this as well. There's some good visual looking things. Um, but it's not particularly good. And there's definitely some bad stuff in it that I just really didn't like. It's not my sense of humor. A very sort of just child immature sort of humor throughout. Very old fashioned and sort of the emotional part is it just doesn't work so much anymore, I don't think. It works for some people. It's very just generic and old fashioned of like for one case, not a big part of it, but like the husband doesn't remember the anniversary and all this stuff. And it's done in a pretty everything there's more to it than that. There's more I mean there's so much more just generic sort of storylines of each character has sort of their own thing that they're sort of dealing with, and you've seen it all before. There's nothing particularly new within those emotional storylines to really grab you, and they're not. I mean, they're generic storylines that are done well, and this one isn't really one of those in terms of emotional content. But yeah, as I said, there's some definitely enjoyable bits. Um, Overall, though, it's probably more just fine. It's not particularly bad. There's bad bits, there's good bits, there's just whatever bits. Most of the stuff I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's nothing particularly bad or good. So kids I think will like it. Parents, I don't know. There's some good Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff. That's a little bit of fun. I think that's really the main thing for the adults in this to enjoy is stuff with Neil deGrasse Tyson, especially if you've seen like a bit of him and know some references that are made, which is weird, but that's the that's the best part of this movie. I'd rent this movie. It's a good rent, I think, especially. I mean, only if you have kids, probably. As an adult, I don't see a reason to see this movie. But if you have kids, rent it for them. Watch it with them, or just like if you can set it on for them and like check in and watch it every once in a while. There's some good bits in there for you to possibly enjoy, but I can't recommend you take your kids to this. I don't think it's definitely not in the top tier. I don't know if you want to spend your money on it, but there definitely been better kids movies that are coming out. There's better kids movies currently in theaters. Go watch Secret Life of Pets. I didn't rate that one incredibly highly, but it's better than this. Because Secret Life of Pets is pretty good, but it's good. Secret Life of Pets is good. It's just not meh. It's just somewhat plain as well. I'm not reviewing that though. I already did a review. Go check that out there if you want to hear more about that one. But this movie, yeah, it's fine. Rent it. Just rent it if you got kids. You don't need to take them to see this in theaters, because then you're gonna be stuck there in theaters, and yeah, you don't want that. I think as a parent, but you never know, because also parents can sort of go, if a kid really wants to see a movie, they can get dragged there. I know that. So, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I have uh, nephews and nieces and cousins, and yeah. So that's basically my review for this movie. I still have coming up here, I think tomorrow, I'll probably see Hillary's America, which will be a movie. Um, I don't know too much about it. I mean, I think it's some weird documentary style thing, which is very different for me to be reviewing. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. And then we have Lights Out. I'm looking forward to this very much. It actually has really huge positive reviews. Um, I'm looking forward to it more than when I saw the trailers, and sort of the trailers, as the trailers went on, I was looking forward to it less and less, because it was like, there's some problems I see in it that don't look like they could be good, but we'll see. I'm gonna see that with a friend of mine, and that'll be not till Tuesday, so you won't get it till probably about Wednesday maybe or something. That'll be a while, but yeah, that's the plan for the movies out this week. Then we'll talk about what's going on next week. Yeah, there might be something going on. I'll do a separate video coming up here not too long that's not really reviewing something, because I just need to talk about this whole thing with the New Year's resolution, and yeah, there might be some complications, but I'm gonna try to work through them. Anyway, oh, my nose itches so bad. Alright, thank you everyone for checking this out. Go subscribe to this channel that you're currently watching this video on, where you can find more reviews such as this in the past. You can wait for more reviews in the future. You can check out the reaction videos that we do. It's just myself and a couple friends. We react to the geeky trailers that come out for movies, TV shows, video games, even comic books every once in a while. So check those out. We have a podcast called Geek Wars Podcast. We have a Geek Wars Podcast Network. That's on your favorite podcatcher, iTunes, and whatever else you have. You can find it there. We talk about the geeky things and news each week. Whatever's new that's coming out, whatever news is like casting news and stuff for movies. And then we also have a new podcast on there called The Die Hard Anna Blank. And that is a podcast where they discuss whether movies can be considered